Very good morning to all of you. We are all the proud children of a magnificent nation, and the significant occasion for which we all have assembled here is to commemorate the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, in the form of Rashtriya Ekta Diwas, Member of Parliament Chandigarh and a noted luminary from the cine world. She certainly needs no introduction, but I heartily welcome you to the occasion, ma'am. I would request Rashtriya Ekta Diwas, a senior member of the DAV College Managing Committee and an advisor to the President, to present a token of our regards to our Honourable Chancellor. Like a beacon light, channelizing our energies in the right direction. I very heartily welcome all our dear guests here, and I would invite our Principal Ma'am to accord a formal welcome to all.
Ladies and gentlemen, men are empowered when they empower each other. They become strong when they strengthen each other. Men become great not by rising alone, but by lifting others along with them. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, is also called India's Bismarck because of his role in consolidating India's independence by unifying more than 500 princely states. And we have arranged some informative lectures for our students on this occasion so as to enlighten them regarding the role of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in India's freedom struggle and his contribution to the modern India as we see it today. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you very much.
As we welcome our esteemed guests to the portals of MCN, it is worth mentioning that MCN stands on the threshold of entering the 50th year of its inception and remains committed to nurturing the young minds of today so as to transform them into enlightened citizens. I would now like to invite our keynote speaker, Dr. Sukhmani Balia, Chairperson, Department of History, Punjab University.
Parliament UT, officials of the Government of India UT, my colleagues, principals of various colleges, students, and all the dignitaries gathered here today. Vallabhbhai Patel, popularly known as Sardar Patel, the country's first Deputy Prime Minister, was born and raised in the countryside of Gujarat. So under this plan, more than 562 princely states were given the option. Okay? So Indian nationalists and large segments of the public feared that if these states did not exceed, most of the people and territory would be fragmented. So the Congress, as well as senior British officials, considered Patel to be the best man for the task of achieving unification of the princely states with the Indian Dominion. He set a deadline of 15th August 47 for them to sign the instrument of accession document. All but 3 of the states willingly merged into the Indian Union. Only Jammu Kashmir, Junagadh and Hyderabad did not fall in his basket. And I would request my colleague from the History Department, Professor Rajiv Lochan, who would elaborate on his activities from 1948 to 1950. Thank you.
What I'd like to do here is very quickly take you through 5-6 slides. सबसे पहली चीज़ तो हमें जो ध्यान रखनी चाहिए वो रखनी चाहिए कि सरदार पटेल ने जो हमें बताया था वो ये था कि nations exist, they are not formed. When minds are enslaved, a person does not need fetters. That was something which the British knew very well, and the British insisted that the enslavement of the Indian mind should be done. Patel was one of the few who understood that a characteristic of being free is to be comfortable in one's identity rather than waste time trying to find the real me. जो गौर करने वाली बात है वो ये है कि सन 47 में स्वतंत्रता के समय में सरदार पटेल की उम्र 72 साल की थी, 72 years. Nehru was 58 years old at this time. And when Patel came into the government, there were three big issues that he had to deal with. One was a slavish notion that India is not a nation, but a nation in the making. This was a very popular notion among the British, and a large number of Indians seemed to presume that the British were speaking the truth. That Indians were intrinsically divided into groups.
We shall begin with the school students first. There is the first prize in painting competition. 12th standard student Tejasvi has won the first prize in essay writing competition. Give her a big hand. She comes here to Amandeep of DAV Sector 10, DAV College Sector 10, Amandeep, won the second prize. Amandeep won the second prize in erudition competition, followed by Nemath of MCM DAV. She won the third prize in song competition. A golden girl winning a number of national and international prizes. She won in Uzbekistan the bronze medal in an international event in swimming.
Ladies and ladies, gorgeous ladies of MCM, and a few sprinkling of some gentlemen and Sandeep sitting over there. We are gathered here today to commemorate the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, Lok Purush, the Sardar of India's struggle for freedom and solidarity. The Prime Minister has marked this occasion as National Unity Day or Rashtriya Ekta Diwas, a day to introspect, fuel and initiate our collective action towards the integrity of our federal yet unified nation, diverse yet homogeneous nation. It was he who proposed reservations for women. It was he who designed the modern Indian administrative services to give us a strong bureaucratic structure working across our diversity. Bharat akhand hai, akhand rahega. Akhand Bharat amar rahe. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Mr. H.R. Gandhar to propose the formal vote of thanks.
Respected Madam Mrs. Kiran K, MP, UP, Shri A.K. Sinha ji, Shri Alaji Joshi ji, Shri B.H. Sharma ji, Shri Popli ji, Shri Rajiv Gupta ji. It is not merely a lecture, it is not merely a function. It is an enlightenment. It is something celebrating the values. People who had the moral authority, they are remembered. That was the man who did it, a unifier. On his death in London Times, it was said he was a unifier and he will stand out to be the greatest historical achievement on level with Bismarck, even if not higher. That was London Times. The whole world recognized this. Responsibility in action as student what is expected to debate, discuss, dissent. But if the national cause is there, the national issues are there, you must be in the forefront. The nation needs you. It's not some ordinary institution I'm talking about. You are sparks. You are the sparks of the greatness of this institution founded by Swami Vivekananda. You are not ordinary. You are the product of DAV. Let we have the legitimate pride in being this institution, shining by everything. I am thankful to the dignitaries, particularly Shri Popli, who thought it proper to bring such luminaries over here. Let's rise to the occasion. Let's give more to the society. Let's give something to the nation. Thank you so much, Madam, everyone.